Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets for Tuesday the 29th of July. These European markets have opened actually on a fairly positive footing, and that's come amid a bit of a consolidation day yesterday on Wall Street. There was a bit of housing data that came out, the pending home sales, that was slightly under expectations, which may have anchored a bit of gains on the markets. But Asian markets were reasonably positive overnight. Nikkei seeing a bit of upside as well. That coming on the back of the continued weakening of the yen that's happened over the past couple of weeks as the dollar has strengthened, and that's helped to pull the Nikkei higher. European stock markets are just marginally higher. The FTSE continues to outperform the DAX. One of a note that we've seen over the past few weeks, really, that the FTSE has started to really take control in terms of performance over that DAX price as well. So something to watch there. In terms of our currencies, on the major side, certainly the dollar has pulled quite nicely higher, although it's not as strong as it has been in the Asian session. It's still showing some gains against sterling, euro, and also the yen, and probably the main gain that it's seeing today is further downside on that Kiwi dollar since that decision by the RBNZ that they would not be continuing to hike rates. The Kiwi dollar continues to fall, so that's a big decline there that we're seeing on the Kiwi. But across the board, pretty much dollar strengthening, and you can see that in this dollar index chart that continues, as I said, over the past few weeks to make gains to the upside. It's not too far away from that 81.3, which is the key pivot level resistance that's coming in for this dollar index. In terms of our data that we've got out today, not a huge amount. We've had overnight the Japanese retail sales. There was a slight miss there of expectations, again contributing to a little bit of that yen decline. But into the afternoon, there's no real European data this morning, so we move into the afternoon. We've got the Case-Shiller housing price index that comes out at 2 o'clock. That could certainly have an impact. And then into the further into the afternoon, consumer confidence for the States at 3 p.m. Forecast to remain to actually just gain slightly on last month. 85.3 is the expectation there, but you can see a definite trend there of improvement over the past 4 or 5 years on this consumer confidence as the economic recovery continues. So anything that suggests that's going to continue would be positive for certainly stock markets and presumably also for the dollar as well. So we'll see how that goes this afternoon. But my chart of the day is going to be the DAX. As I said to you earlier, the DAX has been underperforming against FTSE, and we're now seeing a few negative medium-term signals here. We've got just the last couple of days. We've got now 2 daily closes below this big primary uptrend support, and that's an interesting thing. We've actually had 3 in the past 6 days now of closes underneath this primary uptrend. So that primary uptrend is coming under real test. Big pressure there to the downside. Also, we've seen the index, the DAX, close below that 144-day moving average as well, and that's only the 4th time that's seen in 2014. So a few negative signals coming out now for this DAX chart. You'd also say that the technical signals are not great anymore on the DAX in terms of a longer term perspective. The MACD lines are below neutral. The stochastics continually falling over below neutral as well. If you look on the intraday chart, we'll see these moving averages that are capping the upside. That is the 200-hour moving average, which if you see on this chart here, you've also got the 21-day moving average as well, capping the upside of the recent couple of peaks. So that 21-day moving average comes in at 9734. On the intraday chart, we've got all these moving averages in decline. Not a hugely bearish outlook on the momentum indicators. It's reasonably neutral, although you'd say it's probably probably negative configuration more than it gets into positive configuration, so a slight negative skew there, but certainly the pressure, you would say, on this daily chart is beginning to mount. In terms of resistance to the upside, it's now around that 9,800 mark. It seems to be where you had the old high, a little bit of support coming in, but then it's now forming as resistance as well. So it's putting pressure on that 9,600 mark, which is an old support as well. And you'd say that any sort of camping underneath that 9,600 mark might start to certainly turn that outlook to more negative. But the pressure is on to the downside, you'd certainly say, on this DAX chart. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on DAX today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.